Hi, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Brave Briefings, where brave men and women come and share their views, their opinions on how we can be brave to stop toxic masculine and feminine behaviors, how we can break the scourge of violence and domestic and sexual violence. And today I'm very excited to have a visitor again. He's been with us before where he spoke on vulnerability, which was a really great interview. And today I'm very excited to have Stu back with us. Hi, Stu.
Hi, everybody.
So, Stu, in case people missed the previous interview, please tell everyone a bit about who you are and what you do.
I'm from the United States and I'm a practicing marriage and family therapist, as well as a life coach and a school counselor for public elementary schools.
Such important work, especially around this particular topic and being brave. And to remind you, brave, boundaries, respect, agreement, values, vulnerability, equality, empowerment, empathy, emotions, lots of these. And today I think we're going to talk a little bit about the emotions. So, how does that fit in with the work that you do?
Well, let's just get right into it. The other day, I'm working with a family and I was supporting the father and son having more effective communication, specifically around their feelings. And one of the biggest things I notice, a theme in society, is that men, including boys, don't know what their feelings are. They have all of these sensations in their body and they're completely clueless how to name what they're experiencing. And of course, we're afraid of what we don't understand. And so we're not about to seek out help, because to ask for help, especially as a boy and then as a man later in life, that's a sign of weakness. We're supposed to know it already and have it all figured out. And to ask for help is actually very brave because it requires vulnerability. And so, one of the ways that I help support older people, like fathers, access their feelings and learn feeling words is through conversations with their children. So, coming back to this session that I had recently, the son was feeling angry with his father, and he was able to voice the tone that his father used to express something in their house that really upset the boy. And so I put them together in a room and I had the son follow this prompt: I feel angry when you blank. And then I had the dad reflect back to the son how he feels and why. And then I asked the son to ask the dad, what are you feeling after hearing that? And then the dad shares how he's feeling. And then the son reflects back and repeats what he heard his dad say. And that's like planting seeds in the soil that start to grow. And the more that they normalize using feelings as an appropriate and welcomed form of expression, the less we're going to have things like outbursts of rage and punching and hitting or slamming doors. The whole idea is we replace behaviors that are unwelcomed with new behaviors that we want to see.
Absolutely, because the behaviors come from the feelings. So you're playing out what you are feeling. And, so many people say, oh, get over it. When something happens, oh, dad shouted at me, get over it. It's important that you don't just get over it, that you deal with that emotion. How did that statement or that action that your father or mother, whoever it was, made you feel, and deal with that, understand it. It's actually understanding that emotion. It's so important. So the work you do is incredibly valuable.
Thank you so much.
So, any other tips on how we can deal with those unexpressed feelings?
Well, another way that I often encourage my clients is to free write through journaling. So every day when you wake up, You have a feelings wheel, which is this thing, you can find them all over online. Just type in feelings chart or feelings wheel. And then you just pick out a few feelings that you're experiencing. And then you free write, well, why might I be feeling that way? And then over time, you start developing a vocabulary, a familiarity with different word choices. And one thing that I guarantee will happen over time, you'll start finding themes. You'll have themes of, wow, I tend to feel this way more often than that way. And then when you dive a little deeper, you'll realize, wow, those feelings relate to when I was younger. And then when you see someone like me, I help you find, well, where's the connection between when that feeling state was born and why it keeps showing up in your life today. And the key to feelings, once you understand how they operate, they loosen their grip over you. And now you have agency and choice again. Because until you understand your feelings, they will control your life.
Oh, that was so beautifully expressed. It is so absolutely true. You have to deal, and not only with where it comes from, we carry these limiting beliefs through our life from things that happen in our childhood. And it's really understanding where did it start, and then breaking free from that particular, from that feeling, from that emotion, and replacing it with a more positive, energetic, happy emotion.
Right. And I just want to clarify for the audience that some people, not everyone has a great memory, or there might be very good reasons for why you can't remember your earliest memories due to things like trauma. And if that's the case, that's perfectly fine, because you just have to remember the last most recent time you felt that way. And then we work backwards from there. So as you get to know your feelings and understand them and feel safe talking about them, our memories have an amazing capacity. Repress things we have pushed down and remain hidden from ourselves, there's good reason for that. Because if you were to understand why that feeling that you feel but are afraid to feel, why it's been there for too long, there's good reason for that. So when you go back and you start understanding it over time, you'll start seeing one aspect of it and another piece and another piece, and then it starts to unravel like layers of an onion. And then once you get back to the core, which might take years with a safe place and a safe person, which is perfectly okay. We all go at our own pace, at your own timing. That's how we heal ourselves.
Wow. So if anybody wants to contact Stu, I'm sure he can help you through this process. But if you want to do it on your own, free writing, a wonderful, wonderful technique to just get it out there, put it on paper, express it as much as you can. But Stu's details are below the video, so please go ahead and contact Stu, or you can contact me, Lois, at Walking Without Skin. And come on, everybody, join us. Be bold, be brave, and fly free. Thanks very much for joining us today, Stu, and maybe we'll see you again in some future talk again.
Okay, thanks so much, Lois. Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.